Hey y'all, this is Marley K. Hope everybody is doing well. I got a story that I want to share with you from Afro News. I don't know anything about Afro News, never heard of it, but it's tied to black people. And there was an article posted on March the 28th about global protest against rollback of rights and protections set for April the 5th. So I want to talk about this, but I'm going to talk about this and it's going to be tied to race. So if y'all are in your let's just all get along and there's just one race, the human race, this post is not for you. So go ahead and close it out and go find something else. This is my rant, my page, my channel. If you don't like it, just don't watch. You don't disagree, I don't necessarily have an issue with that, but like, just make your own channel and then you can say what you want to say and listen to what you want to listen to. But this is from a very black African American FBA descendants of chattel slavery perspective, old Southern black woman. And I know, I didn't do a video about the performative nature of the boycotting Target and other stores for the DEI thing, because to me it's just futile. If you understand history, you knew we were never created equal. We were never meant to be a part of this system, this society. America, judo, Christian values, Western culture, whatever you want to call it, is made for white people. And even the political system, it was not designed for us. That's why we didn't get voting rights until after everybody else. While black men got it before everybody else, black women were the very last people who had the opportunity to vote. And then when we voted, we were voting for our open enemies, people who didn't like us, who were in power to help the Khazarian Empire. And we were always basically voting against our own interest, not really paying attention to, we were being made promises, but those promises were not being kept. And so here we are, say 60 years later, and we ain't got nothing to show for all the years that we voted. All the years our parents and grandparents and great-grandparents told us, if you don't vote, you messing up the sacrifices of other people, la la la. So, as far as I'm concerned, our whole issue has been white people. The silent white people, the overtly racist white people, white policies, white politics, white politicians, and raccoon politicians. Just the system doesn't work for us because it wasn't meant for us. And so once you learn that, you don't really have any expectations from it. What you do is you try to navigate it and avoid it, to try to avoid being harmed by it, which either means you often sidestep or just remain absent from the political system because you realize that it doesn't benefit you. And so, over the years, white people have taught us to basically be clowns, to do performative things to free ourselves from our oppressor and our oppression, which have never worked. Never worked. And then once you find out who we are, you understand we are the people of the book, and you go back and you realize, how Israelites had to defend themselves constantly throughout history throughout the ages, then it's like, what are we doing? Like, why? What we marching for? They ain't gonna do nothing. That doesn't stop nobody. But it keeps white people comfortable. It's not threatening. It doesn't free you, and it doesn't harm them. It doesn't cost them nothing. They'll let you march and hold your little fist up and take your knee and let you go home and show some video clips on the news and let you give your little acronyms and you know groom some leaders that they can buy and that they support for just to keep you at bay. And so this thing, April the 5th, is more of the same thing. And as I look around and I see white people not doing nothing, they're almost to me, this is my opinion, take it with a grain of salt. White people are some of the most cowardly people. They ain't gonna fight for nothing. This whole system is crumbling. It's their people who are making it crumble. People who look like them. People who may or may not come from the same class as them. But for the most part, the people who have the power look like them. Who used to work for them allegedly. And now you look around and everybody's just kind of dumbfounded. They didn't do anything with Colt 45 in office, and the first time they didn't do anything. They put the pink pussy hats on and went to the streets and did some viral videos, but not really anything substantive for us because they were too busy colonizing the Civil Rights Act for everybody else. And their co-conspirators, the Confederacy formed against us, were helping them. Now, we foolishly helped them too. And so now we are seeing what our help got us. Same thing it always gets us. Nothing. Now, with this April the 5th protest, and people are all upset about the things that this administration is doing that are directly targeting black people, African American black people specifically. Now everybody's like, oh, well, we need to do something. It's April. They didn't do nothing last year. They was, you know, doing racial politics. Vote for the black woman because all the other stuff that she's promoting helps us. Well, now they got this other guy who they didn't vote for. He ain't helping nobody. Neither party helped anybody. But this party overtly lets you know they ain't helping nobody. And not only are they not helping anybody, they're harming both black and white people. Seems like they're hurting white people first before they get to us, but they're letting us know they're coming for us. And white people are just like, we're not going to let this happen. We're going to march. We're going to march. We're going to write our congressmen. We're going to talk to these politicians. We're going to vote in 2026. I'm like, honey, we're going to be dead by then. Do you not see all the shit these people doing? I don't understand white people. You know, they will fight the low-hanging fruit. They will target us. They will do stuff to us all day long. But the people who are really doing the stuff, who are really in power, who are really tearing down this country, who look like them, they don't have no smoke for. They don't have no smoke for them. And I'm very surprised. I can easily see 2026. All national elections, local elections gonna be suspended, yada yada yada, because they don't do nothing. They don't do nothing, and then they have so much warfare going on amongst them. So, civil warfare, whether it's class, whether it's gender, whether it's sexual orientation, all kinds of things that don't really mean nothing to me. At the end of the day, if you got a capitalist system and you can't work, you can't find work, you can't make a living, the cost of living is such that you can't afford to live, by yourself or even in a multi-generational situation. The demoralization and degradation of the people, the divisions among the genders, all this stuff they did. We were just kind of victims of it and fell prey to it. But everything that they've done to us is now impacting them too. And so the fact that they just don't have a plan, the plan is to do the same thing they always do, and not really understanding that these are not ordinary times, you can't do what you've done before, is really, really shocking me. I guess that's the best way to say it. I don't expect anything different from black people, because black people, we'll go whichever way the sun goes when it comes to this performative activism. When we know we don't have any power, it don't matter what we do. They wait on us to get in the street so they can shoot us down, have a reason to target us. But here we are, some of these raccoons among us want to participate in April 5th. So it says tens of thousands of people in the United States and around the world are preparing to take to the streets on Saturday, April the 5th, in what organizers are calling the largest single-day protest since Donald Trump was sworn in office for a second term. With more than 600 events planned across all 50 states, Washington, D.C., and multiple international cities, the message is unified and urgent. Hands off our rights, our resources, and our democracy. What is that gonna do? This joker don't obey the courts. He don't obey the laws on the books. He don't care about the people. He don't even care about the people who voted for him. Because it's more regular folks than there are billionaires or rich people. So regular, everyday, working class people voted for him. And yet he doesn't care about them. And then these people think they're just going to go protest around the world. And it's just going to make him stop doing what he's doing. I'm like, what is wrong with these people? Anywho, in London, demonstrators will gather in Trafalgar Square from 3 to 5, joining the movement alongside Americans, Canadians, Brits, and others from around the world. Quote, they are threatening to invade Canada, Greenland, and Panama, and daring the world to stop them. Well, this is the world saying no, end quote, organizers said. Quote, this is a crisis, and the time to act is now. Now, what you gonna do? Cause you don't have no power. You think he care about you standing in the street with your little signs? No. That just make him laugh. He just figure, oh, I got their attention. He'll keep on doing what he was doing. In the United States, the centerpiece protest is scheduled for Washington, D.C., where thousands are expected to convene at the Washington Monument at noon for a massive rally on the National Mall. Organizers say the protests are a response to Trump and congressional Republicans' efforts to gut essential programs like health care, Social Security, public education, civil rights protections, and other moves that have sparked nationwide outrage. So it says this mass mobilization day is our message to the world that we do not consent to the destruction of our government and our economy for the benefit of Trump and his billionaire allies, organizers said in D.C. Alongside Americans across the country, we are marching, rallying, and protesting to demand a stop to the chaos and build an opposition movement against the looting of our country. Well, I don't know how they are supposed to do that when Congress and the House of Representatives are going along with it. The Democrats don't have the majority, and when they did, they misused their power, so they don't have any say. The Republicans that are in office now, They are controlling both the House and the, well, just to say all three branches of government. So any other tool you were going to use, you don't really have access to access to it. You just don't. And so what are you going to do? Nothing. It's just performative. And I'm tired of that. I'm tired of every time something happens, we think, oh, we got to get in the street. White people don't have no skin in the game. They don't want to fight nothing. They don't want to do nothing. They don't want to lose nothing. They don't want to pay nothing. They just want to do performative stuff and cry and say, oh, yes, my heart feels bad. We can't go back to the way. Get your views on social media showing you care. But really, you ain't doing nothing. And you ain't going to do nothing. Although you have more power than anybody in the whole situation, you're just not going to do nothing. Demonstrators are planned from coast to coast in cities including Buffalo, New York, Columbus, Georgia, Hollywood, Florida, Guilford, Connecticut, York, Pennsylvania, Ames, Iowa, Conroe, Texas, and throughout California, where organizers are uniting for large-scale actions in LA and Sacramento. So I'm going to leave this article in the description so that you can read it and understand that these folks are yet again doing something performative and nothing is going to happen from it. Happen because of it. Don't get caught up in the performative politics, because that's what this is at this point. These people are not doing anything to stop Agent Orange, and they can't, really. And he knows this. That's why he's signing all these executive orders and bucking the court systems and the judges and making all these threats and firing people and laying people off. But he don't care. And if white people had cared 25, 30 years ago, we wouldn't be here. But because they didn't, here we are. So anyway, I'm going to leave a link to this. I'm going to leave a link to this in the description. But, the one thing that I want to say is everything is performative. Even with the Democrats, they send in strongly worded letters and making the TV rounds. But they ain't doing nothing that's really helping stop the problem. So don't get caught up in none of this stuff these folks are doing. They all actors, highly paid actors, and there ain't nothing we gonna be able to do to stop them. Plus, it's ordained by the Most High, so that is that. In any event, please like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification so that you'll be notified each and every time I upload new content. The children of the corn are not going to get no brownie points for this. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. This is a bridge too far. It's something wrong and broken in your people. This to me is just another example of y'all not really want to lose anything. You do whatever you got to do and play it safe in order to make yourselves look good. So I ain't think about none of this stuff. April the 5th, stay home. Mind your business. Sit on your couch. Eat your potato chips. Mow your lawn. Oh, you're supposed to be, I don't know for sure if it's going to be Sabbath. But any event that it is, do that. If it's not, do your chores at your house. Stay home. Watch Soul Train. Gunsmoke. Barbecue. Some chicken. Make some sides. Read your word. Fellowship with family and friends while you still can. And prep, because this stuff ain't gonna do nothing but just make things worse, and we are the target. So enjoy the good times while you can enjoy the good times, because the bad times are on the way. All right, y'all, this is Marley K. Keep prepping, keep praying, keep seeking the Most High, obey those laws, statutes, and commandments. Love y'all, and I'm out.